What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Plethora Show where we talk about a plethora of things. I'm here with my boy, Colby. Oh, by the way, I'm Alex.
He is
And I'm here with my boy,
Magic
Colby.
Finger, and I'm here with my boy.
Other way.
What? No, and me for
Don't
me.
point your other finger.
No,
there you go.
For on my screen, you're here, nerd.
He's blowing it, bro.
Okay.
And I'm here with my boy.
You're still pointing at me.
Okay, on my screen,
You
I'm
are.
pointing. At my screen, I'm
Your
pointing at
screen's
Derringer.
stupid.
Okay, bro. At my screen, I'm pointing at Derringer. That's what matters. Right?
So,
All right.
starting off, Colby, start us off.
Oh.
You got something special for us today.
Oh, it is special today. Today is November 10th, and for other people in the world, today literally means nothing. But if you're a Marine, today means it's the Marine Corps birthday.
Happy
So,
birthday,
yeah.
Marines.
Happy birthday, Marine Corps. It came from Tun Tavern all the way back in 1775, November 10th, you know?
So you're telling me, like, to be a Marine, your birthday has to be November 10th?
Yes.
That's incredible
Yeah.
stuff, man.
Exactly
I
right.
love America.
Every Marine's birthday gets changed to the 10th of November.
Your birthday's April 10th. That's like the exact opposite of November 10th.
No.
Yeah.
I guess so. I was always kind of a rebellious Marine. I was always rebellious.
Makes sense.
You know, all the other Marines would look at me and be like, "Damn, look at that guy. He's so hot and rebellious."
And then you guys would, like, kiss. Yeah.
Sometimes. No. But yeah, it's the ball. The ball's coming up. So, do y'all know about the ball, the Marine Corps ball?
No.
No,
Not familiar.
So
No, I
every year there's it's like the biggest Marine Corps party. Every unit in the Marine Corps, they all have throw their own little like balls and stuff. Some have them in Vegas, some have them in like casino. Usually they're in like casinos and stuff. You just go and you just get fucked up and just watch a slideshow and just get fucked up some more and eat some cake.
Sounds like an awesome
Yeah,
time.
everyone
you
gets to-
dance?
Yeah, you dance. Mainly you just get fucked up. There's a lot of dancing and a lot of fighting, but that's about
Nice.
it. There's usually like...
You going?
Well, I'm going to Cam's, so I'm going to her guest. So, yeah.
Oh, right.
But I get to go... So, dude, I'm going to look so clean, bro. So everyone else is going to be in their blues, you know, the uniform. But now that I'm a veteran,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to look sick because I'm going to be a young-looking veteran. So I'm going to be a younger guy.
So they still let you wear the uniform even after you're dishonorably
So-
discharged like you
No,
were?
no, I wasn't dishonorably
Yeah.
discharged, man.
What about
I
the thing with the parrots?
What are you talking
Oh, okay, my bad. We're keeping
What
that
are we
quiet.
talking
Okay,
about,
go
man?
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. We won't bring it up, Colby.
What are you talking about? Yeah, don't bring up the thing.
It's still, we won't. It's a pretty uncomfortable topic for you, so we'll leave it alone.
So stupid. The parrots, bro. Colby, do you remember the parrots?
Yeah, after the
What are you talking?
yeah, you know the incident.
What was I saying though? Fuck, y'all fucked
Oh,
up
you
my
were
entire-
talking about the drip.
Oh, dude, yeah, you get so now.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I hit
You don't have to wear a uniform.
Yeah. So I don't have to wear a uniform anymore, but I can still go to the balls. But the cool thing about it is when you're a Marine and you get out and you go to a ball again, you could wear a thing called mini medals, and I have mine. I'll get them and I'll show you in a second. But yeah, they just go on your jacket, and so it's like my little medal rack, and I got like a little mini ribbon, and so like on the uniform on the blues. Hold on.
Just showing his legs for everybody to see.
Yeah.
I know there's another section of when I go away, and I don't have my headphones on, and this rack is old, but this used to be
Nice.
my old rack, but it's bigger now. But yeah, so these are your medals, and these are your ribbons, and then as a civilian, you get mini versions, so...
It's pretty cool. And all
Yeah,
right,
it's
welcome
cool.
back to the Wall Colby's Away show. It is me and Derringer here. Okay, see you guys next
Yep.
week.
What'd y'all say, bro?
Yes, y'all.
We were just saying you looked pretty cool, and that was some pretty cool
No,
stuff.
dude, y'all are doing the whole fucking episode thing where Colby's gone. I'm just trying to show the audience. Do
It's just-
y'all care to see my mini medals or no?
Yeah, let's see them. They're small, right?
Yeah, they're really small.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And welcome back.
All right, welcome
Hey,
back.
Fuck that show, dude. Fuck that.
So it seems as if Colby has seen our show, and I think that's good for him because,
Hmm.
there's a lot of things that happen when he's not here, and it's cool for him to be keyed in every now and then, and just know, not
Yeah,
nothing just stops when
he's,
he's gone. The world keeps going, gears keep turning, grass keeps growing. That's what I
he's once
always say.
again. Mhm. He's once again left us, and yeah, we're just here on our own, doing our own segment of a show. So,
Tell me what you guys would like us to talk about, because most of
mm,
our conversation
yeah, we can just.
topics are stolen by the Plethora show.
We can, yeah, talk trash about Colby, whatever y'all want to do. We could talk trash about Colby. We could talk nice about Colby. We could talk about how.
Here he
And
comes,
yeah, that's just what I was
and we're
saying.
done. Yeah.
There's no way y'all are doing that. No, that's not gonna be a new thing. Okay, whatever. These are the mini medals. That's my stack now, and I
They
gotta
look
get.
like dimes.
Yeah, and I got this other ribbon, and my suit that I have. I think I'm gonna do. I don't know. Wait, which side? It was like that on my.
Yeah.
So I'll probably do it like that on my uniform, on my suit, and then I got like a red Marine Corps tie that has like the EGAs all over it and everything. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be wearing, and so I'm pretty excited about it because usually you see like a bunch of older dudes or like dudes that clearly were like old enough to be in Afghanistan and all that, and usually it's like those are the people, and you rarely see like the younger dudes wearing their mini medals or like younger veterans, So I'm pretty
That's pretty
excited.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe-
you like it? Like, you've been to one before, obviously?
Yeah, well, I've only been to one, honestly, because I've been deployed. So my first year of the Marine Corps that I should have had one, I was in ITB, which was the Infantry Training Battalion, where you just learn how to be a grunt. And then the next one, I was on deployment. I was on ship. November, I was probably right off the coast of the Middle East. And then the third one, I was there. And then this last one, I was in Oki. So I've only got to do one. It's kind of sad.
Was it cool? Did you like it?
Oh yeah, they're super cool. So for me, I was part of. There's a thing called the.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Colby Griffin is a fan of balls. My bad. I set that whole thing up just so I could say that. But keep going. Tell me why you
that's
enjoyed it.
funny. Uh,
Let's hear it.
I forgot what I was gonna fucking
I'm
say
sorry.
now, dude. God damn, dude, what are we doing? I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say. I forgot.
Oh,
What
that's
was I
my
saying?
bad. You
But the
said-
balls are cool. But the ball is cool. Okay.
Bro, you just said it. Plural.
I'm done, Bo. Okay, moving on. What did you do this weekend, Alex? Bro, fucking.
We kept it pretty chill. This week we actually saw this movie called We Live in Time. It's
Really?
like it's a romance, and it's absolutely devastating. It has Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, British Spider-Man.
Okay. Yeah.
Florence Pugh, she's been in a ton of things like Midsummer.
Oh, that
um,
lady. Oh, her?
yeah,
Oh, she was
yeah.
she was the main character.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
her and
I
Andrew
know her.
Garfield.
Yeah.
And it was really good, man. It was like non-linear at first, so like it would show them first meeting, or like it started with them later in life, and then show them first meeting, and then show them with a child, and then show them right after they started dating. And it was interesting because it really made you feel like you're like 15 minutes into the movie and you already feel like a connection to the characters because you already know so much about them because it's bounced around so much.
I see.
Eventually, it settles into a more linear story, but that part was definitely interesting. One of my top movies this year for sure. Made me cry. Definitely made me cry.
That
Got
movie you're
real
talking about?
sad. Yeah,
Okay.
Damn.
So what's
Yeah.
it called again?
it's called We Live in Time.
We Live in Time. Okay.
Oh,
Dude, have you not
heard
seen
Yeah.
the wild? Have you not seen the Wild Robot yet?
Yeah, I saw the Wild
okay, you
Robot
did?
actually.
How'd
Yeah,
you-
I saw it like 2 weeks ago, I think.
How'd you like it?
I liked it a lot.
I thought it was
That one
beau-
also made me cry.
That was a beautiful movie. That
It
a
was
great movie.
insane.
The-
I
the-
loved it.
The message and the colors and the art style was just insane. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, and we were trying to find a movie to watch again this like last night, and then we were like, man, we've like seen all the good movies that are out right now,
Yeah.
or like at least the movies we wanted to see. So
Did any
I
of
guess we gotta
y'all
wait.
Did any of y'all end up seeing the Joker movie The new Joker.
No,
I heard it
wasn't
was.
even a
No,
little
I just
interested.
right. It seems like it's gonna be trash, so I'm like, I didn't even bother with it.
I was
And
al-
I heard it did really, it performed really well,
I was
really
honestly
badly.
really, I
So
was honestly really excited about it, and then the reviews came out, and now I'm like, dang, bro. Now
See-
I don't even know what it's about, but
I was excited about
Right.
it, and then the director just started talking down on the Joker and Harley Quinn and Batman lore and stuff like that. And it's like, no one, you didn't have to do that. You could have just released your movie,
yeah,
and people would have went to see
Right.
it. Like
so strange.
that's what put me off, at least. And then it came back, and everybody said it was garbage. So
That's crazy because the first one was so. Was it the same director?
yeah, Todd Phillips, same guy.
That's so because the first one was so good.
damn.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first
Yeah,
one.
then
I remember when that first movie came out for a couple months. I was like, the movie everyone was talking about. Have you seen the Joker? Have you seen the new Joker movie?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's honestly just very disappointing.
At least for me, it doesn't seem like it really needed a sequel. Like, why did they even make one? It's like just is that part of the original story or
I think it's just
There
the,
is
the,
no,
the-
that's
the-
not in any way connected to the original story. Like the first movie had nothing to do with the comics at all. It's
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause I heard it was
okay.
just like it was
Just
just
like-
several-
it was his own take on the Joker.
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
fine.
which is fine.
right?
But
Now
when
you-
you start saying
Just
that
like, yeah.
comics, the original is garbage, it's like, what are you implying that
It-
what you're doing is better?
Bro,
Yeah, it sounds.
hell?
It's like mine should be what the comics are, but like that's what everyone like. There's a
Yeah.
whole culture built around it, and that's what everyone knows. The Joker and Batman just hate each other, and then they just like.
It's cool when you're like, this is my take, this is what I'm putting out, all due respect, this is what I wanted to take the character. That's fine. But when you're like,
This is what
yeah,
it should
it's
have
never
been.
gonna come close to that. This is a masterpiece. Like, okay, buddy.
I don't know, cause you gotta admit, what's that dude's name that wrote all the Marvel?
Stan Lee.
Stanley.
Stanley. What is his last name? I forgot.
No, it's Stan
Lee.
Oh, Stan Lee, bro. What the
Yeah.
fuck? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Stanley. What's his?
Never noticed that?
No, but you gotta admit that dude has an insanely imaginative brain,
Oh,
and
definitely.
you
I
can't.
mean,
Dude came up
him
with
and
so many heroes.
those early guys, like him and Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko, that all like co-created these characters. It's just insane how like you rarely see a character created after their time that really stuck around.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Venom might be like the most recent one, and he was like what, mid '80s,
I don't know the
and
closest.
now he's like legendary.
I think they're like the closest like new hero we have is like AJ and the Rizzler and like Big Justice these days. 'Cause they got
They
cool-
do bring the boom.
They
man.
bring the
I'm
boom,
not gonna lie.
dude. Those are the closest things we got to real life heroes. No shit. No, I'm just kidding. But we just don't be making shit like that anymore. It seems like Hollywood's era, in the era they're in today, is just like sequels. Like let's just make
Yeah.
as many sequels
Yep,
as we can.
exactly. Yeah.
It's
It's
just
just
And it
kind of in
all-
decline. There's really not a whole lot.
It all started
There's
with
just
one
not
of my
much original
favorite,
movies.
like one of my favorite movies of all time started a terrible trend, and that's Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Mm.
They brought back
Really?
Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire to play Spider-Man again, and it did incredible. It basically was one of the few movies that like revived theaters after COVID.
Okay.
It made $1 billion, and everybody's like, "Oh man, they're making crazy money off of nostalgia. We should start making sequels to things that came out 20 years ago."
Mm.
No.
And now it's like,
please don't.
all right, and they have Beetlejuice.
Oh,
I mean,
Top
The
Gun.
Flash.
Top Gun.
Top
Beetlejuice.
Gun?
Like oh
dude.
my. Mufasa.
Colby, and
Yeah,
didn't they even remake The Crow? Like recently?
They did, bro. I just saw The Crow last night, and I was like, dude,
Like-
I love this movie.
Like what? Why did they even remake it? It did
Yeah.
not even need a remake, dude.
The-
And it's like,
The Crow.
and it
yeah.
was so special. Like,
Yeah. I don't know why they remade The Crow. I mean, it's the dude. It's Bill Skarsgård, the dude who played It, is playing The Crow. So I saw that last night. And I was like, I really want to
Yeah.
watch this movie because I loved the first movie, but then it got horrible.
Right.
The
was
remake
good.
got horrible reviews. And I'm
oh
like,
really?
how do you take that
Figured.
source material, which is The Crow, which I get, a lot of people don't like The Crow. They think it's kind of cheesy and all that. That's cool. I think The Crow is sick. I like it. It's like a, it gives me those basic like gothic vibes, you know. Like I like
Yeah,
it. I
man.
like it a lot.
It was huge
Yeah.
during that
Mhm.
era of like
Yeah.
the dark, you know.
It feels like
It's
a
a little cringy, but that was part of it, you know. Like
yeah
it's dark, it goes hard, and
yeah. Is that
Mhm.
2000s? The Crow
like the
kind of reminds.
grit.
It reminds me of those T-shirts, bro, where it's like
Yeah.
like the Grim Reaper, you know. But I mean, like we all know it's a little cringe. We all know it's cringy, but back in the day, we're like, this is
I
Right.
mean, why do
sick.
you think the big superhero movies during that time were Blade, Ghost Rider,
Hellboy, like
Hellboy, and The Crow? Like those were all
Right.
like
yeah.
dark comics that like worked really well.
I love those kind of. I wish there was more heroes like that. But I know it's not super popular. But I think they're super sick. Wait, we didn't ask Derringer what his week was. Sorry, we're kind of just going on a tangent.
This is
about-
just mine. Yeah,
Oh,
we're still on mine.
Yeah, we're still
I
on
did let it.
Alex's.
We'll stop with the movie talk real quick because I did have one more thing from my week that was
Okay.
just like mind blowing.
yeah.
So, my mom
Yeah.
came to town and she stayed the night, and we ate at this restaurant. It was awesome. And then in the morning, we went to go get breakfast, and we went to this place downtown that I'd never been to, and because they had gluten-free food. My mom can't have gluten; she's allergic. We get there, and it's just like I have never seen this place. Like I've never seen this demographic of person in this town. Everybody
Dude.
just looked like they were like looking down on me just for being there.
What the-
And it was like it was
Bro.
trying so hard to be
Yeah.
like a restaurant in the city. And that's not where I live. That's not what it is. And
That's
what were you
kinda
saying,
how-
Derringer?
I'm not sure how like recently you've been to Abilene, but if you go to downtown Abilene, that's kind of how it's turned. Like it feels more like Austin or something. Uh,
Yeah,
Like
I
it
just
definitely has more of like that hipster vibe to it, you know?
yeah, and it's like the
That's
hipster
a lot
vibe
different than it was.
that was in like Austin and Denver in like 2015. It's like you're not
I know,
like
it's
this
like we're just now catching up.
exactly, and it's like it was trying
Yeah.
to be something it's not so hard. Like when our food came out, it was on paper plates, and I don't think it was in the like, oh, like this is what we got, you know. I think it was more in a like we're cool.
Oh.
We have paper plates. Isn't that ironic?
You see, I don't like that.
And
We're cool
breakfast
with paper
and 4 drinks, like 4 coffees was $73.
Wait, you said 4 drinks?
Bro,
Like coffees. No, 4 drinks and breakfast. Like we each
Oh.
got a plate.
That's
But
still.
for where I'm at, bro, that
Dude.
doesn't make sense. Like it just does not make sense because it's it's a
Yeah.
college town. It's other than that, it's a nothing town.
Yeah.
Right? So like it makes no sense.
Mhm.
Nobody should be charging that much. Maybe and I was like, this is why I've never been to
It's
this place and
ridiculous.
why I've never seen this type of person because I do not have $73 breakfast money.
$73
right, that's fucking
breakfast.
crazy, dude.
And the food wasn't special. The food was it was good, right? But we could have got the same thing somewhere else for $40.
Kind of on that same subject, Alex, it's like some of those places try so hard to have like, to both not only have that vibe, but also have fairly decent food, but then it's just like way overpriced. And
Exactly.
it's just like you said, this is gonna sound kind of random, but dude, I think like one of the best like burgers I've ever had is from the Abilene livestock auction, like the cattle sale. And
Really?
it's like
Really?
it kind of goes to, yeah, it like doesn't even look. They have like a cafeteria thing on the inside, for whenever they have auctions there. Because I was there like 2 months ago. But my point is, it's like a lot of times like the best food kind of comes from the places that are like basically the exact opposite of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Whereas like you'll have these new like hipster burger joints that charge like $30 for a average or below average
Exactly,
burger or
bro.
food or whatever you're getting, you know?
Best
Yeah.
burger I've ever had in this town.
Mhm.
It's called Pat's Drive-In. It has those cracked vinyl round chairs in front of like a bar, and then
Yeah.
there's no AC. It's hot as heck in there every time I go in. It's like
Uh-huh.
3 women aged 40 to 50 in there just cooking it up. $9 for a double meat,
Bro,
double cheese,
Oh my god, that's so cheap.
grilling it up.
Oh my
We get a
god.
couple of
sounds so
those.
good.
We get some, homemade onion rings. You see them grab them with the batter, drop them in the
Dude,
fryer. Spend about
yeah,
$25, and then amazing burgers. Super quick too. And they remember you.
hell
They know
yeah.
who you are. They remember you.
The prices for food and like that shit is like the 70 like dollars a fucking meal thing for two people is like a average thing here.
Crazy, man.
That's like you're going to IHOP. Well, I don't know.
No
So we went to IHOP yesterday. It
Damn.
was like 45, I think. But I will tell
That's
you
still
what's
crazy,
gotten. I tell you
dude.
what's gotten super expensive is fucking fast food, man. It's almost equally expensive
Yeah.
to
The
go
apps,
to.
buddy.
It's almost equally expensive to fucking go to a restaurant than it is to go to fucking like Carl's Jr.
Dude, it's a scam. I'm telling you. You
Right.
go in there and you order, you're paying double what you could be paying using the app.
Really?
I don't know what they gain from using the app, but I have apps for like a ton of fast food places, and it always huge discounts on there, cuts your bill in half nearly. And
Okay, I need to
I
start.
don't know what they gain by doing that.
Right.
They're scamming with the regular menu prices, and when you order on the app, things get way cheaper.
I don't. Why? Why?
I
is that
don't
a thing?
understand it. Maybe
How does
maybe
that make
because they
sense?
hope most people don't use the app.
Why would you?
'Cause-
Why would you make an app and hope
So
people
weird.
don't use it? I don't.
I think
don't-
maybe they say use the app, right? And then boom, they use the app. Maybe they get advertiser money or something off of that. I don't know. And then you use the app, you get normal
Maybe.
prices. And then everybody who doesn't use the app, they get scam prices.
That just seems like a way of forcing us to pay for advertising.
Basically,
I mean, you kind of.
Maybe it is.
I mean, you can kind of advertise anything, I guess. I don't know. I think that's kind of stupid. I think the prices should be the fucking same.
right?
I spent my gas money to drive here, bro.
Mhm.
Like, for example, Madsen was over. Like, this was right after I got back from deployment. And we were like, dude, fuck. He was over. He was staying 4 days, and like one of the nights we're like, dude, fuck it, let's just go get a burger or something. Like, I don't feel like cooking. And it was just me and him, and we order just like combo meals. Like I ordered like a number 2, and I think he orders like a number 4, or nothing crazy. Like one of them spicy, and then one of them wasn't, or whatever. And then he got Sprite, and I got a Dr Pepper,
Yeah.
and like fries, and it was like $50, bro.
Good lord,
50,
bro.
like 50, it
Damn.
was like 47, but like
That's insane.
I'm telling you, like I just got like
Where'd y'all go?
Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah, it was super
crazy.
expensive. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And I go to McDonald's here, and it's expensive as fuck, and it's not even good anymore, bro. I don't know. Cameron says I can't remember. I think Alex might have told this to me too, but I think Cameron tells me it's like it's the nostalgia of McDonald's. It's what makes you want it, but it's not good. It was just good when you were a kid.
The thing is, dude, McDonald's has gone downhill so much. I mean,
Yeah.
it just looks like you're walking into a bank when you go into a McDonald's now.
Right?
It's like, yeah, the food quality has gone down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will say I love their nuggets, man.
dude, the
They're
nuggets
so
are good.
crispy and
Yeah.
those feel the same.
I had a friend that was in the Marine Corps named Rod. We're still pretty good friends. Y'all met Rod? What?
yeah,
Yeah,
we met
y'all
Rod.
met Rod. Y'all know Rod. So Rod, he used to work at McDonald's. He'd always say like he'd always tell me he's like anytime I get McDonald's with him, he'd always be like, you got 7 minutes to eat your fries, because that's how good the fries are for. They're good for like as soon as they got the fryer, they got 7 minutes. They have a 7 minute shelf life, and if someone doesn't buy them in 7 minutes, they're supposed to like throw them out, because that's how fast they go stale.
They do get pretty floppy pretty quick, and like
Yeah, and he said like if you get a quarter pounder, that's actual meat. But if you get anything smaller,
Yeah.
like the thin one, that's just like some like meat paste. Like
yeah,
I'm sure it's actual meat in there too, but it's like
Yeah.
it's gross.
there's like filler and stuff.
And it's not the guy. And he said it's not
Yeah.
it's not somebody back there with a spatula flipping your burgers. It's like no, it's just somebody lifting up like this giant ass
machine,
metal machine
yeah.
that cooks your burger. I was like, I mean, I get it, like
the hell?
but your fries only last 7 minutes, bro. How? 7
insane.
minutes? What are you talking about, dude? But I just think McDonald's as a whole has just gone down a lot. What did
Certainly.
wait? Okay, so what did you do this week, Derringer? Sorry, we keep getting
Yeah,
lost.
Oh yeah, we've gotten this 12 topic. Yeah, this week didn't do a whole lot. Yeah, outside of school and work. I mean, it was a pretty busy week for that, but things are finally starting to wind down since since I'm getting towards the end of the semester.
Yeah.
Only like a month left, so that's nice.
Love to see it.
I stayed up watching the election on Tuesday. Uh, well, we'll get into that more later. But there's definitely, I don't know if y'all noticed, there's definitely a very different like vibe in the air after the day after it on Wednesday.
Yeah,
It
Certainly.
it
seemed
was
like,
quiet. I don't know. It was
and
very.
then yeah, it was just different. Let's see. Other than that, went fencing on Thursday.
Fucking dominated.
Yeah, I did
Oh
a lot on
yeah.
That's
Thursday.
sick.
I hadn't been in like 2 or 3 weeks, so it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Other than that, I came back here to town this weekend and taking my motorcycle out today because it's really really pretty today. That's pretty much my week. Things are kind of chill and things are finally slowing down with school, so I'm all okay with that.
That's sick.
I'm so ready for the holidays, man.
Me
We talked about that
too.
last week, I think, but
Oh,
yeah,
we
Yeah.
talk about it every week until they come,
I was
bro.
already playing Christmas music this
pretty
morning.
much.
We already decorated
Really.
our living room.
Dude, I'm
We
sad,
put
bro.
the tree up.
I can't decorate.
Damn.
I can't decorate my house this year or anything really.
I know,
Like
man.
this
that's
is
rough.
this is my.
Oh yeah, because you're
decorations.
moving.
Yeah, sorry about the mess again, guys, but I am moving. But yeah, me and Cam, we so badly because this is the first time I've been home for Christmas. I'd be home for Christmas in 2 years, or actually like a year.
Yeah,
but
you weren't here last
I
year.
wasn't here last year, but I didn't. We didn't. This would be our first time getting. We haven't got to celebrate decorate our house for Christmas really. Last year we got a tree for like the beginning of November that I was here, and then I left. So I didn't.
Uh-huh.
I'm super excited for Christmas, man, and I love wearing my hoodie. Cause it's been like summer for like a year and a half for me, dude. Like I'm so tired of the heat. Like I'm so glad it's cold. Yeah. No,
What
but
did you have this week?
me?
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean I just got those.
Yeah, we talking
I got
The
I got the,
darn thing.
I got my suit for the ball. Me and Cameron went. She
Oh,
went to
yeah.
the mall yesterday. I got like a kind of like a different fit vibe. I got some like khaki joggers, but they look like slacks when you're wearing them. And then I got this like she got me this like nice black sweater. It's just solid black. I never really wear like that kind of stuff. I guess or the khakis and like the
Dude,
sweaters.
I was telling you about the joggers. I don't know if that
Yeah.
was last week or the week before.
Yeah, you
can
were-
finesse them.
Yeah, you were like,
to look like-
those joggers that look like slacks. Yeah,
Yeah.
Those, I do. I have a pair of those now, and they are very nice. That's all I could think that I've done. We took Wayne to the beach. I guess we're already at 30 minutes in. We can just go ahead and get into it if y'all want.
Yeah, let's go.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I will say,
Let's do it.
I went to sleep that night, the night before the election, and I had this. I wasn't really worried either way. I was in my head. It was a toss up at night because I'm not gonna be honest, I didn't stay up all night and watch it. I went to sleep at like 9 or 8.
Yeah.
No, I went to sleep like 10. Sorry, but like I wasn't really paying. I turned on the news for like 30 minutes and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah,
But it was just a weird vibe that night. Just like everybody kind of was just
it really was.
when you
dude.
woke and
Like,
then when you woke up the next morning, everyone was just kind of quiet, and like I didn't really know
yeah,
who had won
it was
yet.
crazy how quiet it was.
Yeah, then I figured out the Trump won. I don't know. It just
Mm.
it's nice to see. I think it's genuinely more peaceful than last election. You know, the transition.
No shit.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
yeah. But like,
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
well, that's
there's,
well,
like-
the inauguration.
that one
that's
was.
whenever.
No, I'm just. Last time it was like immediately. He was like, it's fraud. So,
Yeah.
and nobody's claiming fraud. So that's gonna make it way more quiet off the bat.
Yeah.
Which, thank goodness.
Which
But,
is
like,
yeah. That's just a good thing in general. I hope nobody, no harm or death or threat should come out from any election. But and that's whichever way it would have went. If Kamala would have won, I would have said the same thing. You know, if she won, she won. If Trump won, she won. And now there's people. What I will say is interesting. It's interesting to see all the theorists out there, all the conspiracy theorists. So like, they think it's rigged or like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm all down. Let's get into it. You know, but like. In my head right now, it's like fair is fair, and I would say that if Kamala won either way. What do y'all think?
I think it was just a complete like. I think Kamala was really pandering hard to undecided Republicans, which aren't really a thing. So
Mhm.
I kind of think she just did a bad campaign and just lost. Like you're a Democratic nominee, right? Try to get a bigger Democratic base rather than messing with these undecided Republican voters that aren't they're not going to vote for you either way, even if you say like, yeah, we'll put a few Republicans in the cabinet, we'll do a few Republican policies. Like, you're not getting anybody's vote with that. And Trump, he just kept his same stance, which I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. or at least expand it more on your side rather than reaching over to the other side for people who were never going to vote for you in the first place. So that's kind of what I think
Yeah.
was the downfall of the Democratic Party
I-
in this election.
I gotta say, I think Kamala Harris. I think what she should go for is she was kind of like a breath of fresh air for me with the Democratic Party because it was a younger. Well, she's older, but like she's not like some
He's
old.
only like 60,
Yeah, I mean, she's still pretty young compared to these other people running for president. And it was nice to see like a younger, somebody with some more life in her. And you know, she was just a nice woman. You know, she's a nice woman.
Right,
and
she was
friendly.
far more like energetic, you know?
Yeah, and I
I mean,
think
you have these guys like Biden and Trump. Trump's going to be 82 when
Yeah.
he leaves office. Like, good lord. That doesn't represent any of us. We
yeah.
aren't he's old.
I honestly I don't know how I would have ran if I was thinking about how I would run Kamala's campaign. It would have to be like I'm younger than these guys and like
Oh,
it's a younger life. I don't
It's like-
know, dude. I don't know how I'd run it for her. I guess.
I think they definitely dropped the ball, or they got a pretty bad deal from the start, just because I don't know if y'all saw the first debate back in June, but that's when very soon after that was when pretty much everyone wanted Biden to step down because he did horrible in that debate
And I
for the
think-
most part.
I think that
Um,
really fucked the Democratic Party too.
100%.
Right. That was
yeah.
like that was the turning point, and they just didn't have a whole lot of time to put a campaign together, and that was kind of the biggest. I think where that got him on that
I think what the
was
issue was
having only a couple months.
I think the issue is they backed.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to keep interrupting you. It's just like there's like a delay. I'm sorry.
I'm good. You're good.
What I think what was I gonna say? Fuck, I just forgot. I'm
Well,
so sorry.
okay.
Pick
If
it up.
you think about it, just tell if you remember it, tell
Yeah,
me
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll stop talking. But I think they should have never put faith in Biden to rerun at all. I think they should have said, "We're going to hold a primary."
You just reminded
From
me.
this-
But yeah.
Okay,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
You go ahead. Go ahead. Finish what you're talking.
Well, that's pretty much it. I just
Oh.
wanted them to hold a primary instead of ever rerunning Biden.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to vote. Okay, so I might be kind of stupid. For the DNC, the RNC, that's where you're supposed to vote for who the fucking Democratic and Republican nominees were, right?
Yeah.
Did the DNC
Yeah.
even vote this year, or they just throw Kamala in?
No, so what happened is it was so late, they just put Kamala forward because she was the vice president.
I guess.
So imagine
Yeah, there's
someone
really no
has
one
to imagine they hold a primary, right? And then that's a month lost.
Yeah.
And then whoever wins is already screwed. So it was kind of you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
I think what really fucked the Democratic campaign is because you spent like 3 months backing the wrong person, and then you changed the
Yeah.
people. And some people may think that Joe Biden was crazy or he was like old or whatever. That's not the point. The point is you took you had everyone looking at this one guy, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be our guy. And then all of a sudden, just like, no, fuck him. Throw him in a closet. Keep him in there. Keep your mouth shut. Everyone look at Harris. And I
They should
honestly,
have thrown him in the closet the second they
Pretty much.
started campaigning, man.
they should,
He's-
yeah, either throw him or just, I
just run him, you know? It just I don't know,
Yeah.
it was just
But
bad.
I will say, Joe Biden looks a lot better.
Bro is unburdened, you
He
know?
looks so much better. He looks happy. He's over there making jokes. But honestly, I don't know how much. So this is another kind of theory thing, where everyone's kind of saying, like, Joe Biden didn't want Kamala to win. What are y'all's thoughts on that? You ever heard anything about that?
No, I think he
A
definitely
little bit
did.
about that.
I think he had no reason not to.
Yeah, I don't see how you could be someone could be your vice president for 4 years. Maybe
Yeah.
I think he wanted to run over her.
Definitely.
Other
I
people
think
just
he
didn't let
was-
him.
He was told to step down. His numbers were terrible. He wasn't speaking well. And
Yeah.
It just didn't work.
Honestly, I think Kamala. I think both sides did a pretty good campaign. Honestly.
I think it
And-
won't be long till we see Kamala in, some kind of state level position again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. I don't know.
She made a huge name for herself.
I'm just wondering. I just wonder what's next election is just going to be completely new faces, maybe, unless Kamala decides to run again. But this could be.
I doubt it.
You don't think it's gonna be new faces?
No, I doubt it's going to be Kamala.
Oh, you do? Who do you think?
Right.
I
I,
think
can't
it's gonna
see her
be-
running again.
If we know anything about the Democratic Party, when they lose, they usually take the wrong notes, right?
Okay.
So they're going to go with someone probably a little more to the right of Kamala. I'm thinking somebody like
Do you mean age or
Josh,
like political standpoints?
political.
Okay.
So they're already saying that Kamala was too liberal, which doesn't make sense because a lot of her policies were she had a lot of right-leaning policies, you know? She agreed with fracking, she agreed with the border wall, and
Yeah, that is kind of strange.
so they're already saying she was too far to the left. So I think they're gonna pull someone further right, probably a white guy, you know, just to be safe. Probably someone like Josh Shapiro out of Pennsylvania. He's their governor, I believe.
It's like
Very generic Democrat.
They may even throw Gavin Newsom in that fucker, dude.
If they threw Gavin Newsom
Oh
up
yeah.
there, that would be an insane game plan because he is like he's a weird fella for sure, but he's way more to the left of Kamala.
He's like loved and hated
Yeah.
here. In California,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like and
Yeah, do
he-
you how was it in California, Colby?
some
with him?
people fucking love him, and usually the people that love him are in the nicer houses, and then the people that hate him
Uh-huh.
are usually poor, I think. But so
I saw something that said one major thing Gavin Newsom has going for him is he looks like somebody who would play a president on TV. I
yeah,
was like,
he does.
I was like, yeah, he certainly looks like
He
the
just
president.
looks like a politician, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think he's a strange critter for sure.
So I've lived in his state for 4 years. I gotta say, his state is very expensive. If he were to run for president and get elected, I think it'd be very safe to assume that prices would rise a lot. But not to say there wouldn't be good things to come out of it. Like I'm sure the environmentalists and like environmentalism would probably be a lot better.
I kind of think environmentalism needs to be a higher priority right now for both sides.
Yeah, 100. Yeah,
It's getting crazy, bro. Have you seen these insane, extreme, like weather happenings? Like
it is great.
So Alex,
frequently.
yeah, y'all just had like a tornado this time of year, right? Up there
we
where
had
Wichita
we
Falls.
had 3 tornadoes right above us in Oklahoma
Damn.
That's crazy.
in
It's like not even
November.
spring.
You know what's crazy? Didn't the same
Yeah.
hurricane come back and just fuck up? What state to fuck up? North Carolina?
Yeah,
It came
yeah.
back three
it's like-
times.
Yeah. Mhm.
How does a hurricane come back? Come back, go to the ocean, come back, go to the ocean, come back. 3 times, dude.
Real hater stuff, bro.
Literally, bro. Literally kicking him while it's down. But I gotta say, I don't get how people can't back like protecting the environment. I'm all for that shit.
It's
dude.
all we got, man.
That's literally,
Like,
bro. If we fuck up, not protecting the environment is the one thing that could. Well, probably there's 2 things, but it's one of the one things that can kill us all.
yeah, man.
That
like,
and nukes.
yeah,
You know.
right? But nobody's gonna be like, "Woo, we have social care," or "Woo, no more taxes." But the Earth's gone, buddy. So I mean,
Yeah.
we can't breathe the air outside anymore. So
No,
I don't know.
Honestly,
it should
dude,
definitely be prioritized by
Honest-
both parties.
I got to tell you, man, a lot of people just don't look up in the sky enough in California. You look up at the sky, there's no fucking stars. There's no fucking stars. Because, you know why?
Dude.
It's because there's so much fucking gas, carbon monoxide in the
All
air.
the
Pollution.
smog,
Yeah.
bro.
You see the North Star.
Mhm.
That's the only star that's bright enough to penetrate the fucking fat ass fog layer that everyone's just breathing in, by the way. But then you go to another state that's less populated. Maybe I think it's probably just a city issue.
It is, because it was in Denver too.
Yeah, and the smog is just honestly it just makes it look so filthy and disgusting from
You got-
above.
You got gray
Yeah, it
skies. You got all these lights are shining in the middle of the night, so you don't even get real darkness. So there's all that light pollution going on,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of things that could screw up our country, but that's the main one that could screw up the entire world that we're not doing anything about. Like,
Yeah.
it is not as high as a priority as it should be, man.
I
I don't know. I mean, I guess we
will
just gotta see.
RFK is always talking about that. Always talking about environmentalism. So at least there
Good,
is somebody that's
yeah.
probably going to be high in power enough to do something about it. I hope, and this is whatever administration would have took over. I would hope that I hope environmentalism is a
yeah.
huge thought on their mind because it needs to be, honestly.
There's just so much that we're losing, like
Don't get me
so
wrong.
quickly.
There ain't nothing more that I hate than a fucking paper straw. But I'll take out a paper straw. But honestly, It's really not an average American. I don't think we're really polluting the world as much. I think it's just these big companies and these
That's what
fucking
they okay. That's what they
organizations.
tell you, bro. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you can lower your carbon footprint by doing this," and then they go and throw out hundreds of tons of electrical waste, electronic
Yeah,
waste,
like
which will stay on the earth forever and seep into our water. It's not us. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
much. You can do what you want. That'll make you feel better, but it is not
dude,
us.
why don't we just take all of the trash we have and we just shoot it into space?
That's a great question.
Think about it. I mean, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, that would cost a lot of fucking money. But we do stuff that costs a lot of fucking
Money's
money.
not real.
We-
It's
we-
not even real, bro.
We just get like 40 fucking rocket ships, dude. I don't know how hard that is. I don't know how hard it is to build a rocket ship. I don't know the rates they're producing these things, or if it's like a Ford GM thing. I don't think it is. I don't think they have a production line for fucking rocket ships. But we could get rid of
I gotta
some of
look
that
up
shit.
why we can't do this. We might be sounding real stupid right now.
I mean, maybe. Listen, dude. If you
don't
watch
know.
the podcast or anything, we don't really. I don't know a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, so that's why I'm talking about it. Figure it out.
Oh, okay. So, cost is the main reason. There are a
Uh-huh.
lot of explosive materials in our waste that would blow up on takeoff, and there's already a ton of space junk, including broken satellites and meteor debris, and adding more trash to space would increase the risk of collisions and then falling back to Earth.
So my idea was, we just build a rocket and it's not supposed to come back. You know, maybe it's a cheap rocket. You know, we build it pretty cheap, and we just
And just pack it full of trash.
yeah, we just pack that thing full of we just shoot that motherfucker out of our orbit. You know, it could orbit like some stupid planet like Jupiter or like Venus or some planet. You know what? Let's just send all our shit to Mercury or Venus, because that shit just melts anyways.
See, I think the problem is how much we'd actually have to do to send something out that will break orbit. I mean, how often have we broken orbit? Like, I know we have the rovers on Mars, but
Bro, we just get a giant ass chain, okay, and then we just whip it into space, dude. We
a
just,
trebuchet.
Yeah, like a trebuchet. Yeah, you get a chain.
There you go.
You get like a giant chain, and then like it has like a release, and they just like sling it. You know, so it's not even a rocket. It's just flying.
it.
It's just going so fast.
Good.
You know, it's going into space.
I do have one major political thing to add real quick.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what we're talking about right now, honestly.
All right.
So, as a Hispanic man, I experienced 4 years under Donald Trump and a lot of Mexican racism. I knew that was coming. A lot of racism against Mexicans, and you could say no, but remember the jokes about the border you made to your Hispanic friends, everybody. Don't forget that. And now the new one came around, right? He got elected again. And I was kind of mentally preparing myself, like, yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of stuff about, like, Latinos and Mexicans coming from that side again. And it did. But that's not the point. It also came from the Democrats
Really?
for a different reason. Because about 50% of Latino men voted for Trump. And
Hmm.
because these sissy liberals who don't get what they want and just start spazzing out all over Twitter, they're like, well, Trump can go ahead and deport him now. It's like, hey, you were against that like 10 minutes ago, buddy. Like, you can't stand on your own morals because you didn't get what you want. Just to be clear, guys, I am
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
stating I hate the Democrat and Republican Party. I'm my own entity.
Yeah, I think
Crazy.
it's kind of fucked how, well, that's like the Democratic Party, they kind of assumed that, like, these really large minority groups, they just assumed that they're going to go ahead and vote for him. There really wasn't any
And
campaigning towards those groups.
when they don't, what you're supposed to do as somebody with morals and principles is gonna be like, all right, well, I hope if any of them have family that are undocumented or whatever, I hope they find asylum. I hope things work out for them. You're not like, all right, go ahead and deport them now. Like,
Yeah.
Right. If you
that's
didn't
not.
get your
You're
way.
supposed to
Yeah.
have morals that you
Yeah.
keep the whole time.
No, I wouldn't.
And-
I don't think we should be sending children alone back to these countries or anything like that.
I really don't like the idea of denaturalization.
Okay, explain to me what that is.
That means taking away citizenship from people who, like, if you were born here, right, you get citizenship, the parents stay with the child. Like that's often called an anchor baby. Trump's talking about getting rid like denaturalization. So
Oh,
that
shit.
means anybody who's gone through that process could get their citizenship taken away and get deported after already being an American citizenship for
Nah,
so
you
long.
should definitely be grandfathered in at least.
I just think it's
Mm.
crazy, man. Like, I know there's a lot of illegal immigrants that come in and have children, and then the child's a citizen now and they stay there. But also, there's a lot of signs that illegal immigration does nothing bad. I know that's surprising to a lot of people, but
I mean, it's
they have
not.
less violent offenders. They pay $1 billion a year in taxes that they don't get access to through social services. I honestly just don't see anything wrong with it.
I think, you look at 2011 and you look at all these different attacks that have, you look at Pearl Harbor and all this shit. Like, I understand Pearl Harbor is a different thing. I think you need to know who's coming into your country.
2011?
2001, sorry. 2002.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I was like,
No,
what
2001.
happened then?
Sorry, that's
Yeah,
my bad.
yeah.
You look at 2001, I think it's a good example. And yes, they were just like traveling and all that. But I think you need to know who's coming into your country just for the sole fact of keeping them safe. Am I saying all these illegal immigrants, people that came here, are bad? No. And should all of them go back? No. I'm all for people coming here and being a part of the country.
Yeah.
I just think it should 100% be legalized. It should be legal.
See, I think they need to make it easier to do it legally because right
Yeah.
now it's a big hassle. Like it's
Yeah,
really hard.
If you want to move to America, I feel like it shouldn't be. I don't think it should be a year-long process. I think maybe it should take like a couple months. Maybe like okay, like I need to do the basic stuff. Like I gotta get ID. I gotta pass like a test. They gotta do a
Yeah.
background check. But then you also gotta understand the mass amount of people. It's like the VA. Like the VA has a system and it's supposed to work very fast.
Right.
It's just you got so many people trying to enter. And so I think America
Exactly.
just has this issue where we can't accept these people fast enough, so they have to come in illegally, or these people don't have the money, and that's a separate
That's
issue.
also a big thing.
If
A lot of people.
I think I'm totally down for some of my tax money. If people want to come be a part of America and strengthen our country, and say fill our army or fill our Marine Corps or fill our Navy or fill our workforces, cool. If you want to be an American,
Exactly.
cool.
There's it's very low the amount of people that come here to do sex trafficking, to sell drugs.
Those
A
fuckers
lot
though,
of that-
those fuckers get them. I lock those fuckers down,
They
dude.
get those.
Because
Exactly.
because what
but
those people
a
are doing.
lot of that is with agreement of people along the border on the American side. They
Yeah.
work with these people and then they're like, all right, I'll go get them since I'm totally legal, and then I'll go into Mexico and drop them off. It's just overblown as an issue. They're not putting a burden on our economy. They're strengthening the economy. You know how much food we import out of California? And you know who those pickers are in California?
Oh, but everyone knows exactly who they are.
Exactly.
We know exactly who they are.
Yeah.
And
I'm all down.
I just think it's not as much as an issue of an issue as it's made out to be. It shouldn't be something you run a campaign on.
Yeah, I do believe these people coming I do believe like probably 95% of the people coming into the country illegally are good people, and they're just trying to get away. And I feel for you, I really do.
But yeah, you should
other
be able to
people-
do it.
There's rules.
legally.
There is rules for a reason, and all rules are mostly written in blood. So somebody fucked it up for everybody. Somebody came across the border and somebody's selling fentanyl. Somebody's taking children and bringing them to Mexico. It's the bad people.
Somebody's
It's the bad people that
Kicking
fucking
people out of
ruin-
their land and
Yeah,
murdering them.
it's the bad people that I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
it totally makes sense.
I
Because
am pro
you do-
immigration. Don't get me wrong. I love.
Yeah, you do
immigrants.
want a net to catch the bad guys, but it gets hard to figure out who the bad guys are when no one's getting let in, so everyone's coming in illegally. I don't think it makes them a bad guy at all for coming in illegally. I think it's the bad stuff that makes them a bad guy.
I think
you
I
know?
think it could totally be less of a left and right wing issue and more of just like a central issue in America. I think it should be less about like which party is right and more of like what's just more humane.
How can we
what's good for
restructure?
what's good for Americans and what keeps America safe, but what also helps us bring these people in that want to be a part of our country.
Exactly. And I think
Yeah.
a lot of our systems need restructuring to make them more efficient, make them faster, and just better overall. Because, like you just said, the VA, it's supposed to work well.
Yeah, it
It's
just
supposed
doesn't.
to be quick. It's not.
They didn't. It was just. I think
Right.
we make these systems, and the military, the DoD does it all the time. They make new things, and they make new things, and it's supposed to be good, and then it just turns out being this really bad thing. It didn't work, and it, like
Yeah.
all good intentions behind it. No, most of the time it's like no ill will. It didn't work, and it's just too slow. It's just you need something better.
We'll get there one day, I hope.
I will say, with Trump going into the White House or going to office, we see a lot of different characters coming into politics that you wouldn't see before, like Elon Musk. That's a different one. RFK has always been in politics, but he's a unique character to have in a White House, in the cabinet, you know. Or not, I don't know if it's in the cabinet. I guess he's just part of the administration, I should say.
Yeah.
A definitely interesting characters. Joe Rogan's been a lot more involved in politics. Dana White.
Oh, yeah.
They're not politicians, but they definitely open their
I
mouths
think-
about it, you know.
They have a lot of influence because I don't know if y'all listened to the podcast episodes he did, but I mean I think those had a massive impact on the election just because he like interviewed Trump, Vance, and Elon Musk. I don't know. I think that definitely kind of like humanizes all of them a lot, or just like any of those big characters, because you know if you're just listening to their speeches or rallies or whatever, it's like a whole different rhetoric, I guess, versus what you hear in their podcasts.
Honestly, I think I could describe the vibe I feel from America perfectly, maybe. It's like say like whenever you're working at something for a very long time. Like y'all know, say y'all been going to college and y'all go to college for 4 fucking years, and that's all we've been doing is we're going to college, and now we're out, and it's just like we're done with. That's how the election kind of feels. It's like we've had this election, and we've been trying to.
I see that.
This guy's gonna be president. This guy's gonna be president. No, this guy. It's like, okay,
Because it's like
we know
they've been-
now. Now,
Yeah, they've
now
been
what?
building up to it for like the past 2 years or so, like nonstop. It seems like, you know.
It just seems kind of
That's
like,
just-
what do we do now?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, and it's more of like a wait and see, or like what do you do?
I think we need to get characters out of politics, and let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
I think characters in politics, you know, people with these huge personalities and huge followings, I think that's what creates radicalism. I think those are the people who would fight somebody over the disrespect of whoever that person is. And I think we're going to see, I hope, not I think after this Trump election, I hope it gets toned down a lot, because there's
Yeah.
so much idolatry going on right now from both sides of whoever they have running. It's just like gross, you know? Why are you going this hard for somebody who, be honest, both of them are probably going to work to make the elite better, make things better for the elite. They don't really care about your middle class, your lower middle class. And if they care about the lower class, it's just for pity points. And I think us sitting here saying like, oh yeah, awesome, go this guy, go that guy, it's just bad for the population that isn't a part of the elite. Because you're hyping up these people and you're like, I love that guy, he's my idol. And that's not what you should be doing. You should be saying, you work for us. What are you going to do for us? We don't need the hats. We don't need the signs. We don't need t-shirts. We don't need any of that. We need people who will take our questions and people who will change their stance based off of what we want.
Makes sense.
And I think it's gone so
It's like-
far into this idolatry stuff that hopefully, I mean, it's done after these 4 years. New faces will change
Definitely-
it, I hope. Go ahead,
Definitely,
Andrew.
you know, either whichever, you know, side of the spectrum you're on, it definitely is really hard to like be listened to, you know, even like, and I'm not really talking so much about like really big higher ups like the presidents, but like ideally even your representatives, you know, in each part of your state, you should be able to go and talk with them or like, or
Yeah,
you know, just
yeah.
voice your concerns, but like you can't even really do that exactly.
See, you can't do that
A
because
lot of problems just kind of go unheard.
they're kind of too busy sucking off the head of the party. I mean, like even your little
you know-
your little guys are like
Right.
talking about, oh well, Biden, Trump. It's like that's not
Right.
what we're on right now. You're reigning over a congressional district. Like that's all we need to know.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, how the fuck are you supposed to be representing this district, yet you basically have to abandon that district and go to DC as soon as you're elected. And it's just,
Exactly.
I think that's kind of strange.
Yeah, wait. That is weird.
It is.
Yeah,
Well,
like
Why do you
not.
leave?
I mean, you'll still have to, come back every now and then, but it's
Yeah.
like, if you get elected to represent a district in, say, Texas,
Mm.
you'll still represent that district, but you're going to be living in DC for the next several years,
Because in a perfect world,
which is kind of the way it
you
works.
do represent that district. It's like sending. It's like
Right.
if there was a podcast convention and we send Colby. We send Colby because he represents
Mhm.
us, and he doesn't have to come back and check with us on everything because he represents us. He represents what we do
Mm.
and who we are. In a
Yeah.
perfect world, that's what your congressional representative should be. One of the people who represent the whole people. But that's not what
Yeah.
it is anymore. They're just politicians.
I feel like being a politician shouldn't be a career, kind of. I feel like that
It shouldn't.
I feel like that shouldn't be something
No,
that
like it shouldn't be something that you can easily rich off of, because it's like, the way that they kind of just turn an eye to insider trading. If you do
Right?
that as a politician, it's a-okay. But if you do that in literally any other job, you'll get thrown in jail. So
Big time.
I think
Yeah.
that's really screwed up. Yeah.
I just think
And they just don't care. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Colby.
I just think there's too much money for someone to spend 16 years around it. Think about
Right.
Yeah.
You think we got every trillions of those dollars accounted for? Mm-mm.
No.
I know every fucking
Hell
ball.
no.
I know it's on both sides. I know it's it might not be
All of them.
it might not be every one of them. But a
99.999.
fuck ton of them. That money is coming out. They're taking it from.
There's one guy they
us.
just hate. He has no idea they're
Yeah.
getting rich. His
No,
name's
yeah.
like Bob or something.
That's the
and
good
he's
guy.
the only one who's not taking money.
That's the guy who needs to be president. Bob in the mailroom that isn't cool enough to be in the White House, bro. Get that guy in.
He's eating ramen, going to like congressional meetings, and he's like, Jesus, how are you guys living off of this, man?
He's hella
It's rough."
he's always hella stressed, bro. He's got like 3 kids he's trying to feed, bro. He makes like $40,000 a year, dude.
And then they're just like, hey, you make do with what you got.
All
And then
the-
somebody
All that bigwig politicians not worried about a damn thing. He's over here like, I don't know how the fuck they're feeding their kids right now. You driving a Bentley, dude?
he's got a diamond wristwatch. Bob is pulling up in a 2008 Nissan.
He pulls up in this Corolla, bro. His fucking Corolla,
Bro.
his Corolla that smells like cigarettes. He doesn't even smoke. Oh my god. Well, it's been an hour and 3 minutes already, guys.
There's something we could tack on at the end to kind of lighten up the mood.
There is the Mike Tyson and the Jake Paul fight. What do you think's gonna win that fight? I think Mike Tyson's gonna knock
I
his
have
ass
no
out.
idea, bro.
I think Mike
I
Tyson's
mean-
gonna knock his ass out, dude.
Mike Tyson's old.
Mike Tyson's a fucking beast, bro. I dude could be 95 years old. He could probably kick my ass.
See,
Anybody.
that's genuinely, like, generally where I'm at, but like, I always get surprised by Jake Paul, and I don't know if that's because it's rigged.
Honestly, dude, I've never watched a single one of his fights, but I don't think he's gonna beat Mike Tyson.
Oh, you know who will tell you? You know who tell you the exact happenings of that fight?
Who?
Mr. Dillinger Boyd.
He'll tell me
Yes, he will.
he likes the Jake
He-
Paul fights?
Yeah.
Yes, he loves it, bro. You
Yeah,
not
dude.
remember him
He-
always bringing it
Well,
up?
we gotta
Like,
have Dillinger on the podcast.
Yeah.
He's such a mysterious
Don't talk
character
about
on the
it.
podcast.
he-
we talk
he's
about
a
him.
frequent, yeah, frequent
Have him on.
topic.
This episode's about uncovering Dillinger. That's been it for the Plethora Show, guys. This has been a whirlwind of an episode. It went by super fast. Honestly, I had a great time talking to y'all. It's just nice
Yeah.
to get to catch up. Honestly, I really love the format, how it's going. Kind of maybe a little more chill, less goofy episode. Maybe next week we'll do something crazy. We'll think of
We
something.
always do. We find a way to be goofy. We'll get there.
Hey, that's been the
Figure it
Plethora
out.
Show, guys. Make sure to go check out Alex on Alex's books on Amazon. Look up Norman A. Garcia on Amazon. Make sure to follow him on Instagram. Make sure to follow Darren on Instagram or whatever. Make sure to like and subscribe this YouTube channel.
sir.
If you want to look for clips and stuff, you can find it on Magic Finger 1942 on TikTok. But yeah, hey, that's it, guys. That's been the Plethora Show.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.